Thank you for joining me. I'm Juan, lead trader and founder of Prosperity Trade. In this video, we're just going to do a quick weekly watch list just to kind of predict and see what's going to go on during the week. Anything can pop off, but these are stocks that were hot that are possibly going to keep some momentum. You're going to want to watch this video. Okay, so the first stock up there, of course, is Tesla. Tesla has been on such an uptrend since the news that Hertz was going to purchase 100,000 of their vehicles. And you can see here, it's been perfectly kind of bouncing off of here, this uptrend. So if you wanted to play this play, I would just stick to the uptrend or the trend here. Usually what Tesla does, pre-market kind of predicts what it's going to do. If it spikes up big in the pre-market, usually it'll spike up and then it'll kind of flash off, it'll sell off. Or if it sells off, usually there'll be a little bit of sell off in the morning as soon as it opens and it spikes up. But it's very hard to predict the trend. I would think though it's due for a pullback, and it looks like a bounce to the 1100 would be an important play, a possible bounce, and that's kind of what I'm predicting. If it spikes up pre-market and then spikes open at the open, I may consider buying a put. But this is a kind of play where I look at the trends, the possible support. There's possible support at 1100. If that does not hold, then it can come down even more. It's just been so strong, but I really do expect some sort of pullback with this company. So I'm going to be watching it pre-market. I've done quite well last week, made about close to $1,000 trading Tesla last week. So I'm going to look at Tesla. I'm going to see what it does pre-market and decide how I'm going to trade it then. If we look at the QQQ, it's been on an uptrend still. So a lot of the stocks are been on uptrend. So anything that you're going to try to play in the QQQ, just look at the QQQ itself to help you decide if you're going to be bullish or bearish. But the QQQ has been on a rip ever since this big COVID sell-off here. ALB is another play that's interesting to me. It's been on an uptrend and it seems to be forming a bull flag pattern, and it looks like it just broke out of that bull flag pattern. So if you're going to take a position in this play, I would say your profit target can be around 249, 250. But if this bull flag doesn't hold, then just be prepared to take your losses and an exit strategy about 240, 241. If the bull flag doesn't hold. So you can play this with an option, but it does look like it's breaking a bull flag pattern. Next is OCGN. And this is actually a ticker that we talked about a long time ago. It's been strong. It's been also on an uptrend. I would say in order for me to play this though, I would like to see it bounce to 11 around here. This has been support in the past. If 11 is able to hold, see if it's able to bounce on this $11 area, 11.15, 11. If that's able to hold this kind of like consolidation area here, if that 11 is able to hold this trend here in the middle, then I would consider buying a position. If 11 holds, 11.75 would be my target. If 11.75 breaks, then 12.15 is another possible target price. If 11 doesn't hold, then I think this will just be on a downtrend. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this. There's a lot of hype with PROG. I think it's going to get hype just based off of a lot of people are expecting this stock to spike. It has been on an uptrend since $1.45. This is not kind of stock that I'm going to trade tomorrow, but you can look out for this. If 3 holds, then you possibly may have something, but this is going to be this may be unpredictable and a little bit wild because there's a lot of speculation and hype with this stock. So sometimes those speculation stocks and hype stocks are a little bit difficult to predict, but it is on an uptrend. Next stock is Lucid. A lot of people have been playing Lucid ever since the breakout of the news here. So this is when they announced some news. It broke out, spiked all the way to 39, pulled back nicely over here to the 50% retracement area, spiked up, pulled back, and spiked up for another round here. So for me, if you're going to play this, you should probably look into the 38% Fibonacci area here. Yeah, you should look at the 38% Fibonacci area here. This area here. If this area is able to hold this area here, then you may have a good reversal. So watch for $35 around there, which is like the 38% Fibonacci area. If that area is able to hold, then we can possibly have a reversal to 37. And if 37 is able to break, then look for 39. So that's a good way of playing that. BKKT is another stock that's been in the news, or stock that's been having hype. And on the first day, spiked up here big and pulled back all the way down. So it spiked up, pulled back here all the way down 78% of the spike. Then it started to trend up again. So it was kind of trending up and it just broke out of that trend, which is pretty important. So if you're going to play this, probably I would say I don't think it's going to reverse again, but it would need to break 42.50, this area here. And if that breaks, that's probably going to bring in a crowd and push it to the between 43 area. And if 43 area holds, it may test the highs again of 45 area. So I think that's going to be the hype with this stock. This stock had some news, spiked up all the way from $9 to as high as 55, had a lot of hype, gave almost 70 something percent of that back down to the 20s, and then just started didn't even consolidate much here, kind of like started uptrending. You can kind of see how it bounced between support and resistance, and just before the market closed, it started to spike up and this started to hold. So I think if this holds and it breaks the 42.50, there should be another crowd or another hype hoping to get in and get it up to their goal is usually when they see it spike a certain area, they want to see it get back up to these highs. But usually what happens is it spikes up a little bit and then people that were holding back here that were losing money will take their profits. So I would expect if it does break 42.50, it may have a little spike, but I wouldn't get too greedy. I would say 43.50, start taking profit. 44.45 area, if it gets up there, start taking profit. And just if it's up that high, just have a very small portion and already be green in your position. That's how I like to do any of these plays. I like to just have a profit target, take my profit, and then just hold the rest. So even if it flushes out, I can still sell with profit. So that was the pre-market watch list. Enjoy the week. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, and like, and see you on the next video.